guys, Simplifying Radicals Day 2. Yesterday you looked at just numbers in one variable. Today we're going to review the one variable and then move on to two variables. All right, so just to recap from yesterday, with the number, you are looking to split it up. I'm going to write my -3 down. You're looking to split it up with a by the square root, a perfect square, and another number that can't be. And sometimes there are multiple steps, as we saw yesterday with our first one. With this one, I have 18, and I know that, let's see, a 9 and a 2, so 9 times 2 gives me 18. This R, since there's only one, is not going to come out, so I'm going to go ahead and write it down with the 2. So then, get your perfect square. So the perfect square root of 9 is 3. So -3 times 3, and we're left with the 2R. Multiply on the outside to get a -9, the square root of 2R, and there's your radical completely simplified. All right, let's look at another one. So first, let's look at the number. And like I do know a 4 will go in and that give me 4 times 20. But I can tell with the 20 I'm going to have to go bigger, so let's try another one. I could do 8 and 10, but neither are a perfect square root, so I can't do that. So 8 and 10. Well, I got a 4 and an 8, so let's look at some multiples. 4, 8, 12. I don't think 12 will go. What about 16? Looks like 16 times 5. Ooh, that works. So 16 being a nice square root, and 5. And then I put the -2. Now I've got 3 x's. So here, I could pull out 2. So I'm going to put x squared with the 16 because I'm able to pull out 1 pair. And then I'll be left over with 1. Has to be still put in. So then, and I'm sorry I didn't write that well, I'm going to rewrite it. And then we'll just cross out what I have up there. Just make it a little bit more obvious. So I got -2. The square root of 16 is 4. Pull out this pair with the 1. And then left inside is still the 5x. So now the last step is multiplying the outside. So that's a -8 with an x and the square root of 5x. That is completely simplified. Remember, we can't pull out this x since it doesn't have a partner. You got to pull them out in a partner, in a group of 2. All right? Now let's look when we have two variables. Okay, so like for the first one, x and y. Now there's only one of each, so nobody's going to pull out. So they're going to stay in. All we have to do is worry about the 63. And I know that 9, which is a perfect square root, times 7 can give me one that is a perfect square root, one that is not. And I'm going to go ahead and put x, y with them because they're staying in just like the 7. And let's drop the -3. So then a perfect square root of 9 is 3. So it's going to become -3 times 3. So it'll be a 9 on the outside, but that 9 is gone there. And then the square root of 7x, y. And there's that one nicely simplified. Let's take a look at the next. First thing to do, look at the number. So I have a 48. I know 4 goes in, but there's bigger. I know 8 times 6, but neither are a perfect square. Once again, I'm going to look at 16. Oh, I know 16 times 3 is, so square root of 16, square root of 3. 3 being one that's not. Rewrite my -7. So let's take a look at our variables. There's only one x, so it has to stay in. It'll go with the 3 because that stays in. This means I have 2 y's, which is a pair, so both of them are going to come out. So I'll go ahead and write it here. Now, since nobody's going to be left over, I don't have to write a y over here at all because there's none left. So let's take a look. -7, square root of 16 is a 4. Take out one y with it. And the 3x stays in because there's nobody to pull them out. So then just do -7 times 4. So it's -28y to the square root of 3x. There is that one simplified. Whew. One more. Once again, take a look at your number. Find the perfect square root. I know 9 and 5. This one's been in my head for a long time. -2 is on the outside. Number's taken care of. There's a pair of these, so that means they're both going to come out. So u squared, v squared. So -2, perfect square root of 9 is 3. I got a pair of u's, a pair of v's, and the 5 stays. So since these are gone, they don't have to be represented on the inside. I'm pulling them both out. So then just do your -2 times, the -2 times the 3. So it's a -6 uv square root of 5, since there's not a perfect square root of 5. And we are done with the two variables. All right, take your time. Make sure you guys got your square root card. Makes it a little easier. If you have any questions, ask.